You are visited by someone claiming to be you from the future. How do you make them prove they're you? I'll ask them specifics about a recurring dream I had when I was a kid. I have a system I made up when I was 13 just for this occasion. They would have to recite the secret phrase. I have a weird ass scar I got from cutting myself with a metal rod. Please describe one of the past events that I'm ashamed of and that haunt me in the middle of the night. I have a code word I came up with my parents during the Great Kidnapping Scare of the 80s-90s. I'd get him to drop that one, and we'd be good. I can't even remember my passwords now. Future me is outta luck. Give future imposter secret information about me thanks to my loneliness and a Reddit question. Nice try, enemy, nice try. When I was 8, I made up a number to prove exactly this. I figured that unless I shared it or the imposter could read minds, I would be safe. I've never told anyone, and my refusal to tell my wife started as a joke and ended up causing our only actual fight in 10 years together, which I now am finding very suspicious. Okay, if you're me from 5 years in the future, tell me our secret passphrase. You idiot, we look exactly the same. How much more proof do you need? Yeah, that's the passphrase. I have several scars, just compare them. I ask them how many times have you accidentally almost cut your fingers off on a table saw. Tell them to pull up their porn stash. Only I know what I like. Ask them who are the top 3 artists I loved at their teen era. They're you from the future, so they've already been through this routine. Show me the 4th finger of your right hand. That's my weird finger. It wasn't stitched back together correctly after an accident, so there's a wobbly line of 13 stitches going right through the middle. If they've got it, and can tell me about the nerve damage and rehab process we sustained, then they're me. Show me your dick. Pulls out tape measure. Easy time travel password. I have a phrase I've never said out loud that I came up with out 5 years ago. Everyone should have one just in case. When the tattoos have a purpose. As them the passphrase. You asterisk gotta asterisk have a future self transporter clone alternate timeline ally passphrase pre-decided. Ask them what I'm doing tomorrow. When they say what I'll do the opposite and fuck them over. Ask them how many failed attempts I did when drawing dialga porn. Ask him what my password is. Hey, nice try future fake me. I am not giving you the questions before the test. I've always done this thing where I take snapshots of my life when things seem very surreal. I have 5 snapshots in total. Describe 2 of them. They would already know how to prove to me that they are me. It would have happened to them already when they were my age. I'll tell them to remind me of the most embarrassing thing I ever did. I've never told anyone what is, so they'll have to prove it. Me, what number am I thinking of? Future me, 69, dude. Me, whoa. Compare dick sizes. It won't help, but I'd love to know if it got bigger. Birthmarks. I have them all over my body, so I would just tell them to show me. 3rd nipple and a back shoulder birthmark. Couldn't be very far in the future cause I ain't got that much time. I'd ask them what I said to my mom 5 minutes before she passed away. Only she and I were there. Kill myself. If I kill myself and the future me dies, then it's a future me. Ask him who my real crush is. Never told anyone that, so should be good. Once when I was 4 years old I burned my right foot in some water boiling at 60 Celsius. The scar will never fully heal, so you can see where this is going. Depends how far along from the future, because I doubt I'll live that long to begin with. Ask how many times I've had sex. I'd get a tattoo and make him come. Should pop up on him as I'm getting it. I would fart in front of them. If they truly are me, the smell of their fart shouldn't make them flinch. Probably ask them what our time loop code is. I guess it could also be a time-traveling future version of myself code. If it was you from the future, wouldn't you from the future know exactly younger you would say? Like the fact that future you is visiting you means that the same thing already happened to the older you when he was your age. Tell them to list all my diagnoses LMFAO. Ask them about my most embarrassing moment as a kid. I have 2 secrets I am taking to my grave. I'd ask him to write them down and hand them to me with a lighter. If they are correct, I will burn him to death before he creates some sort of time paradox. The question is, if you were indeed visited by your future self, would you let him jerk you off? It wouldn't be gay, it's just masturbation. Grimace, that's all I'm saying. What is the password? My future self would know the answer. How did you get that scar on your finger? Honestly, it's so stupid. They'd either be me or know enough about me that I should listen to what they have to say. You can't trick me out my secrets that easily, FBI. Also, happy cake day, Special Agent U, chicken_writer. When I was a kid, I made my own written language with completely diff characters for English letters, so I would simply ask him to write my name in that language. Muscle meat. Local Asian grocer sells frozen muscle meat that always makes me giggle and goose my wife's hiney. I told her that if I don't do that, she should know it's an imposter and that she needs to immediately start plotting my rescue or her revenge. I always told myself if it's a good fight and both of them survive, it is probably me, Ron Swanson. Ask him if he ever got sussed out for no reason while trying to restart the reactor in Among Us on the 7th of October 2020. There is another method involving the recent passing of my mother, but that's like Legolas telling the hobbits that he can't translate the lament for Gandalf because it is too soon. I would make them make me prove who I am. They ask the question and I would have to know the answer. I give 3 answers to make sure they choose the right one out of my answers. They choose answer 2, but I know none of the answers I gave were correct. He cries, I laugh. We walk away. Cut off my hand. If his hand disappears, he's me. I have a very specific favorite number. Unless I told you it, odds are you wouldn't guess it. Ask them what movie was on when you touched your first woman boob. Where is the tiny scar from the time I was bit by a spider at the age of 9? Where did I get the scar? Answer: left thumb, at a water park in California called the drop zone. If you squeeze what part of your body, which part feels slightly different? Where, when and how did I get it? Answer: left earlobe, shot by an arrow as a kid while playing outside with my friends. My friend shot me, we didn't think it would hurt, but it bled. Luckily it was the ear and not somewhere else. What did you do that one time at your dad's house as a toddler when you had to take a nap because you were being mean? Answer: shat my pants and painted on the wall with it. What type of nest did my dad kick as a kid and then got attacked by its inhabitants? Answer: hornets. I'd go to hit him in the dick. If he was really me from the future, he'd know it's coming and block it. Number 1 rule I've set for future me to prove he's me from the future is straight up punching present me in the face as hard as possible before even mentioning time travel. Thus would prove he's future me and also not just a clone. Yes, there's a different rule set up for clones. Tell me about the M&M minis. I would ask them what happened in 2012 which made it so bad of a year. I would ask them what the secret is that I've held about my ex-husband since before we split. I'm a woman of my word, and no one but me would know. I don't think there's any way they can. Every bit of my past has been used as a security question at some point in life. They know how I got each of my scars. Absolutely no one else knows how I got all of them. Ask them what specifics they remember about our heart surgery. Show me your third nipple. In junior high I used to ditch class and spend time in the library because I'm a huge nerd. My school didn't like letting students print or copy things because it was too expensive. So to print or copy you needed a 4-digit code. I watched the librarian enter the code a couple times and memorized it. It's a total random number with nothing to do with my life. Think all your typical PIN numbers like a birthday, anniversary or street address. Even when I tell someone, like my mother or sister, they can never remember it, it is totally forgettable and I've been using it for 20 years now. You could ask me in 50 years and as long as I don't have dementia I will remember it, it's ingrained in me. Nice try, Mark Zuckerberg. Suck my dick. If they do then they are me. If not, then they are some assholes trying to hump me. They gonna have to fart. Let me smell it. If it smells great then I know it's me. Nice try future self-imposter. Who's the one man you would sleep with? John Stamos. Tell me my 2 lucky numbers. Where's the freckle? I would ask my favorite 2 games from every year. My elbow doesn't bend straight because of a fall I had when I was little. Besides a couple distant memories only we would share, I have a pretty unique and identifiable scar. Over under 3 inches, my penis. My memory is shit. I assume future me has a shit memory too, so I'd probably just have to trust him since we won't have too many shared memories. I'm sure he's a good dude. So, how did you get here? Something horrible happened and I asked my friend scientist to send me back in time to prevent it happen with me. Oh, really? But you know I have no friends and too lazy to do anything to prevent bad things happen with me, so try better next time. What kind of porn do I like the most? Who do you share your life with? If he answer a name I will know he's lying. Ask them when I was cringiest. If they don't say, middle school, then there's somebody else. Tell him, me my darkest secret which I never told to anyone. I kill myself, see if they disappear. How horny are they? If not at all, they're not me. If I slam them into a wall and they say, oh yes hit me harder tilde, they're me. I ask them how I got that scar. I'll ask them who's the person they hate the most. I'd have them tell me my deepest secrets that literally no one other than me knows. By asking them to reveal a dark secret about me that no one else knows. Me, what's your favorite number my future self? 60 NINEEEEEEE me, nice. I cut off my finger. They're the dumbest person I've ever met. Chop off your hand and see if his vanishes in front of your eyes. Tell me how many times we've burned our hand while taking a pizza out of the oven. What's my dick size in manometers? Tell me the exact size of my PP. What happened on that Saturday? Ask them when the first time I sucked my dick was. What's my Reddit password? Easy, I'll just compare my birthmarks. My birthmarks are super cool and unique, it looks like I was burned alive. I'd just ask them to show me their index finger on their right hand. I have a scar that goes right through my fingerprint that I got when I was 3. I stupidly stuck my finger in the crack of our screen door when my dad came home, and it chopped my finger in half, right through the print. And the doctors did a kind of crummy job, not sure how good a job they could have done on a screaming 3-year-old, so my print doesn't line up properly. Ask him what happened in 2008. My old Nokia PIN code that I know to this day. I don't care. Birthmarks. If I had to make a password for this situation, what would it be? Tattoo and scar and freckle per mole show and tell time. Really hard to fake all of that. What did you do that one day at the Y? You know the one I'm talking about. What was that one character I was really happy to get on the mobile version of Injustice? Ask him to find the nearest pallet. What is the maiden name of your mom? What is the name of your first pet? What is the name of your first boss? Please confirm you are not a robot. Select all the squares that have trains in the picture. I have ADD, here. This 20-page essay is due in approximately 3 hours. Get it done. Who actually shit the bed at RJ's sleepover? Me, what did you have for breakfast? Him, fuck, I don't remember. Me, you son of a bitch, I'm in. If you're really us, what number are we thinking of? 69 dudes. Show me the birthmark. The other birthmark. The other birthmark. Ah, perfection. Ask what I'm thinking and say happy cake day to you. Happy cake day. What am I going to ask you now? He should know since he has already lived through this once. Look for the scars. I have a scar on my face from a dog. I also have one on my thigh from a hare. I've got a password for just such an occasion.